Hi and welcome back. In this series so far, we've created the first of two project websites that we're going to be developing, in this case for a fictitious company called Shears Design. In this video, what I want to do is give you a basic overview of the topic of search engine optimization, which is usually just abbreviated or referred to as SEO. Now, this video is just intended to be an overview of the topic. After you've watched this video, you'll want to go ahead and find out some more information about the topic. There are a lot of great sources for information on SEO available, and probably the best place to start learning about SEO is actually by going to the Google and Bing websites themselves. Both of these websites have lots of information for webmasters or web designers on the topic of SEO, and again, that's usually where I point people to first when they want to start learning about SEO. I also have a course and guide to search engine optimization for small businesses on my website available for download. And this course will take you through all of the steps and all the information that you're going to need to know in order to optimize your site for search engines. And in that video course, we're going to use this website here that we've worked on, Shears Design, as the example. So that course sort of builds on what you've done in this course so far. Now, one thing to keep in mind before we begin talking about search engine optimization is that SEO is different from pay-per-click style advertising campaigns on systems such as, let's say, Google AdWords or AdBright. Pay-per-click campaigns allow sites to advertise themselves either in the search results or in ads placed on different web pages. Almost everyone, I think, has seen the ads by Google ads on different web pages from time to time, or probably even more frequently than that. They're gotten to be very, very common. And in that case, both in the case of the search results and the ads on the page, the positioning of your site is based on the bid you place on certain keywords or phrases. So when a user types in, let's say, Los Angeles web design, if you have a pay-per-click campaign that is targeting those words, Los Angeles web design, based on your bid, you will show up somewhere in the sponsored results in the search engines, or will appear on certain web pages that are in that particular ad system. And pay-per-click marketing like this is a very valuable tool for marketing your website, but it is a different topic from search engine optimization. So it's not something we're going to be addressing in this class. Also, keep in mind that legitimate pay-per-click advertising campaigns with companies such as Google, Bing, or AdBright are a way to legitimately pay for search engine marketing. There are a lot of phony scams that are out there surrounding marketing your site. And they mostly involve, or a lot of times they involve, paying for links on certain pages. And you definitely are going to want to differentiate between those types of sort of scams and the legitimate services that are offered by Google, Bing, and other companies. And again, we'll talk about pay-per-click marketing in another video. And in this video, a little bit, we're going to talk about some of the scams definitely to avoid. Now, there are two general approaches to search engine optimization, and these have been labeled white hat SEO and black hat SEO. And you can think back to the old cowboy westerns where the good guy always wore the white hat and the bad guy was usually wearing a black hat. So we have white hat SEO and we have black hat SEO. Now, white hat SEO is very simple and very straightforward. It's simply doing your search engine optimization using the techniques and methods that the different search engines have said this is what you should be doing. It's playing by search engines' rules. Black hat SEO, on the other hand, is using collections of techniques that search engines specifically have said should not be used for SEO. And the common theme that always runs through black hat SEO techniques is that you're trying to trick search engines into thinking your site is something that it isn't. You're trying to trick the search engine. And you're doing that to get faster results or to get higher search engine ranking. Now, the problem with using black hat SEO is the fact that eventually search engines are going to figure out what you're doing. Especially Google. They're very good at finding these techniques. And when they find out that you're using these black hat SEO techniques, techniques that they've specifically said you should not be using, they're going to penalize your site. And at a minimum, what they're going to do is they're going to drop your site rankings from wherever you are right now down to the very bottom of the search results. And at the most serious level, and while it's very serious, it's a very common penalty, they could remove your domain and your website altogether from their search index. So you no longer will be in Google. You'll no longer be in Bing at all. So there's a huge downside to using black hat SEO techniques. And again, all these techniques have been pretty well spelled out by Google and Bing. There's really no tremendous gray area to fall into with these. They're either going to be doing things according to the rules of the search engines that they've laid out, or you're going to be trying to trick them. And again, if you try and trick them, they eventually are going to figure it out, and your site will be penalized. So with such a huge downside to using black hat SEO techniques, you may be thinking, why would anybody ever do that, considering the possible downside to it? And the answer is that black hat SEO techniques usually provide short-term results faster and more significant than the white hat SEO techniques. Search engine optimization, when done properly, takes time and effort. The black hat SEO basically is a giant shortcut. You're trying to trick the search engines into ranking you where you shouldn't be. So that's the reason mainly why people descend into these black hat SEO techniques. And oftentimes it isn't the site owner that does this. It's a company, a search engine optimization company, that the website owner hires to optimize their site, starts using these techniques, and they'll provide results for the site owner very quickly. But then once the SEO company is long gone, Google or Bing or whatever will figure that out and will penalize your site. So even if you're not going to be the person doing your SEO, it's a good thing to become familiar with these techniques so that if you have to hire an SEO company, you can quiz them about what they're doing and how they're doing it, and figure out if they're doing something that will long-term be detrimental to your website. And a great place to sort of read an article about white hat SEO and black hat SEO is actually on Wikipedia. If you go to Wikipedia and search for black hat SEO or search for white hat SEO, they have a really great introductory article on those techniques. So you want to make sure that you stay away from using black hat techniques, and make sure that if you hire a search engine optimization company that they are not using those techniques that will damage your website. There really is no secret knowledge when it comes to search engine optimization. All the information is out there and publicly available through both Google, Bing, and other search engine sites, as well as I mentioned just a minute ago, Wikipedia has a lot of great information on SEO as well. So if you ever come across a website or a search engine optimization company that will not be very honest with you about the techniques that they use and what they're going to do with their site, or if they try and sell you on the fact that they have secret knowledge or insider knowledge or some sort of special technique, that should be huge warning flags going up for you that something is wrong. Nothing in SEO is secret. Google and Bing have made sure that everybody can access that information. So any company that tries to sell you special information or secret knowledge or something like that is probably scamming you at one place or another. Now, that isn't to say that search engine optimization companies sometimes do not provide a very valuable service. The ones that are reputable and honest do, because SEO oftentimes can be a very time-consuming and very labor-intense and long process. So honest, reputable SEO companies provide a very valuable service. It's the ones that are trying to sell you on secret knowledge or insider information. Those you should definitely stay away from. Now, one worry that comes up here when site owners start learning about black hat SEO or just hearing about black hat SEO is they may be worried about accidentally doing something to upset search engines. And the odds of you doing that aren't very good, because most of these black hat techniques are fairly involved and fairly complex. Or it's obviously a way that you're trying to trick a search engine into something. So it's very unlikely, very, very unlikely, that you're going to accidentally do a black hat technique. And again, if you read those articles on Wikipedia, or if you go to my site and download the course, there's more information about black hat SEO there that you can learn about. And again, just like SEO companies, if you're out there looking to purchase information about SEO, you want to do a video course or something like that, you're never looking for a course or information that says we have secret special knowledge or secret special, limited time only techniques that you have to get on now. Any reputable source of information about SEO is going to say exactly what I just said. They're going to say all of this information is right out there in the open. The value oftentimes to SEO courses, like mine and others, SitePoint has a great SEO course as well, is the fact that they organize the information for you into meaningful steps so that you can learn the information in an organized fashion and sort of go from point A to point whatever in actually optimizing your site. So you want to watch out if you're looking for an SEO course or information about SEO. Again, anybody who says they have secret special insider information is probably leading you down a very bad path. Now that we've gotten sort of that bad information out of the way, or not bad information, but information about bad techniques out of the way, let's talk about the framework for really understanding SEO. SEO is really divided into, or SEO techniques are really divided into two different categories. And those have been labeled on-page SEO and off-page SEO. And the difference between the two is on-page SEO are the techniques and methods that you use actually within your website itself. It has to do with creating a search engine friendly structure, creating a search engine friendly content, and understanding how to focus your content and your structure to the different keywords and phrases that you're trying to compete for in search engines. Whereas off-page SEO refers to things that you do outside of your web page to increase your search engine ranking. Things like social media marketing and link building. Those two topics are very large in off-page optimization. And in order for your search engine optimization, your SEO strategy to be successful, you have to combine the two. First, you want to start off with a website that's very search engine friendly and that's focused in on the particular keywords that you want your site to focus in on. Then after you've done that, after you have your site all set up and worked out correctly, you can start thinking about your off-page SEO, your social media marketing, your link building, things like that. So we have on-page SEO and we have off-page SEO. And again, on-page SEO refers to creating a search engine friendly structure as well as search engine friendly content that's focused on your keywords. Whereas off-page SEO refers to things you do, again, outside of your website, your social media marketing, your link building campaigns, and other things that relate to SEO, but that are outside of your page. Now, a few things to think about when you're reading or looking for information about search engine optimization. And the first, and the item that I think is most important when you're looking for information about SEO, is that it's current information. And by current, I mean the article or the course or the information that you're looking at should have been written or updated within the last 12 months. Search engines have changed a lot over time. They've added features, they've changed the way they work. If you think about Google, 3 years ago, the concept of Google Places or local search was something that nobody was talking about, nobody was thinking about at all, wasn't even a part of Google really at that point. But now, those two areas, Google Places and local search, are very large in the topic of search engine optimization. So you want to make sure that the information that you're reading is current. If you're reading an article that's 3 years old, if you're reading, if you're going to getting a course that was written, let's say, in 2008 or 2009, that information is going to be old. Some of the information is timeless, especially the on-page SEO concepts, but much of it has evolved over time. So you want to make sure that the information you're looking at is current, that it's within 12 months of being written, that has been updated within the last 12 months. And the second thing that you're going to want to keep in mind when you're looking for information on SEO is what type of website, what type of business you're actually doing your search engine optimization for. SEO is going to be slightly different for a large business than for a small business. So if you're looking and reading SEO that is focused on large enterprises, they're going to be talking about techniques that probably will either be out of reach for a small business or won't be applicable to a small business. And also, if you're a larger business and you're looking at information on SEO that was intended for a small business, they're probably going to be leaving things out that an enterprise level site could take advantage of, whereas a small business would not be able to. So you need to make sure that the focus of the SEO information is on the type of business that you are, either a small business or a large business. You also need to make sure that the information that you're reading about is focused on the type of content that you provide. When you're doing SEO for a local business, sort of a brick and mortar business, is going to be different from a business that's entirely online. The local business is probably just looking for search results in their local area, whereas an online business would be looking nationally or internationally for search results. So there's a difference there in the scope of who you're actually looking for. Also, what your business does is important. A website that sells products is going to have different SEO needs from a website that's more informational or for a website that's more service oriented. So are you trying to sell products? Are you trying to sell a specific product, or do you have a broader range of products? Or are you an information-based business like a blog, or are you a service-based company? You know, each one of those different types of companies is going to require an SEO technique that's tailored for them. And again, a lot of the techniques that are involved in SEO are universal. Doesn't matter whether, search engine friendly structure is the same for a small business website as it is for a large business enterprise. And search engine friendly structure is the same whether you're a local business or an online business, or if you're selling products or providing services or providing information. So again, a lot of these techniques are universal. It's the specifics that will really get you up in the ranks that you need to focus in on when you're doing your SEO. So you need to make sure, again, that the information that you're reading about SEO is current. And the second thing you want to make sure of is that the scope of your SEO is correctly. Is it for a small business or is it for an enterprise? Is it generic so it really doesn't matter and doesn't address issues that pertain to those two types of businesses? Or, is the make sure the information is focused on the kind of business you are, a product-based business, a service-based business, or an information-based business. So all those things are sort of things to keep in mind when you're looking and reading about SEO. And again, Google and Bing, the area that they have there for webmasters or web designers, has a lot of great information on SEO. And another great place to look, as I've mentioned, is Wikipedia. The articles on search engine optimization are really good on Wikipedia, and because they're sort of maintained by the community, you can be sure that they're up to date. The one thing that the Wikipedia articles sort of lack is the focus on the type of business that you are. And again, if you're looking for a course on SEO, I have one on my website, and SitePoint.com also has an SEO course that you can download there as well. So you want to take a look at that. The course that's on my site is focused on small businesses. And it's focused on small businesses both in the sense that are both for brick and mortar local small businesses as well as having content for internet-based businesses that may be looking for customers nationally or internationally. I don't have a lot of information on enterprise level SEO. So mine would be more focused on small or maybe medium-sized businesses, either brick and mortar local businesses or online businesses that have a broader scope. And I also have information specifically for product-based businesses, information-based businesses, and service-based businesses. And again, oftentimes there's blurring between those two lines. It would probably be rare that a product-based business wouldn't also have some information on it. So there is some crossover there in that. So again, places to look for SEO information: Google and Bing's website, Wikipedia, and then if you're looking for a full-on course on SEO, SitePoint.com has a very good, very popular SEO course, as well as the course that's available on my site. And I hope this was a good sort of general introduction to get you started on thinking about the topic of SEO and your website. And again, as we go through the different things in my course, we're going to be using the project websites that we developed in this course as the examples, so you can build on what you've done in this course in that particular course. Thanks for listening. In the next video, we're going to go ahead and start our second project website. And as you saw in the very first video, our second project is going to be for a fictitious restaurant called Conte. And I'm going to go ahead and bring up that website here, and you can see what it's going to look like here. The skills that we're going to work with in this project are going to be the same skills that you learned in the first project. But what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and expand on those skills, and we're going to learn about them in more detail, as well as reinforce those skills that we learned in the first project. So I will see you in the next video.